How's it going, everybody? Brother Kimo here from Reload Hawaii. Thank you for watching another video. If it's your first time checking out my channel, please consider subscribing by clicking that subscribe button down at the bottom. And don't forget to click that little bell on the side so you can get notifications to when I post a new video. Welcome everybody to my first official video of 2018, and this also marks my official journey into the wonderful world of whiskey. Okay, let me start off by saying I don't drink hard liquor. I don't drink any hard alcohol, not really. I don't like the taste of it. That alcohol taste on the tip of your tongue is basically your body's way of saying, stop it, it sucks. However, this past New Year's, I had an old classmate come up from LA. What's up, Jeff? And he had me try some of this Pappy Van Winkle stuff. Bourbon whiskey. It blew my brain. For the first time, I was sipping whiskey and not having to worry about it blowing my face off like Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark. I fell in love with this stuff. I could smell the barrel it was aged in. It smelled very sugary, went down very smooth. The big problem is this is very hard to find. It only comes out once a year in very limited amounts. And it poses some problems. Number one, I'm not willing to go looking for it. And number two, on the secondary market, it's very expensive. I'm not willing to pay $650 to $1 billion, whatever. So, much like my gun reviews, I feel like any industry has a sweet spot where you can spend a decent amount of money on a whiskey and get close to Pappy. The bigger problem is, I don't know anything about whiskeys. I'm just starting to learn. So I invite everybody to come on this journey with me to find a whiskey, bourbon, scotch, or rye that I find very similar to Pappy. And I think for me, a very good place to start is my very first whiskey experience, Jack Daniels No7. Okay, so I started checking out other YouTube channels that review whiskey, and they have these beautiful glasses that look like miniature wine glasses with these nice little bowls on the bottom that come up to a nice little point. And I understand the importance of that, right? You got to capture the smell off the top and kind of take it in. I get it, but not that sophisticated yet. So I just kind of rolled it to Walmart and got these glasses for like $5 a set of 4. And for the most part, I'm going to try to do it neat, right? I'm just going to do the pour and drink it. I might try to splash it down with drops of water to try to keep the aggressiveness down so I can actually taste what's going on in there. But for the most part, I'm going to start off with Gentleman Jack, hit it with the single barrel, and then finish up with number 7. Okay, so I'm going to be starting off with Gentleman Jack here from Jack Daniels, and I know there's a lot of snobbery against Jack Daniels in the realm out there, but like I said, I'm a novice. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to like what I like. And maybe some people don't realize this, but Jack Daniels has a lot of control over their product. The water that they use is very close to the facility. It's iron-free. It's got a lot of calcium in it. It makes for very good water. They make their own barrels. They char their own barrels, so that's something that they have control over as well. And in order to be considered a Tennessee whiskey, I think legally now it has to be put through a charcoal filtration process. So as it comes out of distillery, the number 7 gets filtered once. This guy is mellowed out twice, taking out more of the impurity. So it comes back out of the barrel, run through charcoal again, and then finally bottled again with this. And then this guy here, the single barrel, is just coming straight out of the barrel. So this one's going to have the highest punch, I think. It's going to have the highest alcohol level in here. So again, that's just some interesting things that I found out about Jack Daniels. And, you know, like I said, I don't really care what other people say about it. I'm going to start off with Gentleman Jack. Unscrew in the cap here. I'm going with the minis because I don't want to buy the whole damn thing and find it crappy. So starting with the minis. Yeah, this smells a lot less aggressive than some of the other whiskeys I tried. So let's give it a shot here. Okay, that should be enough to get a good look at it. Yep, all right, let's give it a go. Yeah, it's fantastic. This is very doable. Now, like some of the other channels, they can kind of bring forth different flavors. Like they're saying, maybe there's some apple in there or some, you know, chocolate or orange peel. Oh, this is very doable. Not a very high alcohol feel through this. So, you know, if you're new to whiskey and you want to try something mild, give it a go, Gentleman Jack. All right, let's move on to the single cast or the single barrel. I think that might rip my face off. Okay, so here is a single barrel, 47% ALC, so it's a little bit higher, but you can kind of see the color difference between these two. It's a little bit darker, a little bit lighter. So I'm expecting this one to have a little bit more punch to it. Let's give it a good smell here. Oh yeah, this one is definitely a little bit more aggressive. the Gentleman Jack is going to be a lot more approachable, I believe. Let's give it a drink. Oh, that's a lot more complex tasting. I don't know how to describe that. It's more, there's more to it than that Gentleman Jack. Maybe not something you want to give somebody just starting. I enjoy the Gentleman Jack a little bit more right now, but again, that's because I'm just starting out. But this is actually, there's no burn to this. It's very, for me, it's very smooth. 47%, not bad. All right, let's kick in it with number 7. All right, picking it up with Jack Daniels number 7, 40% ALC, 80 proof. So this shouldn't hurt too much. I've done a couple takes, guys. It's starting to feel pretty good. So let's give it a good smell here. Wow, and you know what? It's not as bad as I remember it in college. It actually smells pretty good. I can get down into that barrel. And I apologize, guys. I think now I understand why it's important to have that kind of fluted top. You can collect that aroma a little bit more. But I'm just not getting those notes that other people are having with the chocolate and the apple and all the spiciness. Maybe the spiciness, but that could be coming from the barrel, from what I understand. Let's give it a drink. Oh, a little spike there, but not bad. So this definitely is my least favorite. If I had to rank them from how I like them, I go Gentleman Jack. Love this one. And you know, this is surprising because this is a lot heavier, but you can definitely tell it's a lot more complex in how it tastes. I can't describe how that feels in your mouth, but there's more texture to it, there's more grip to it, and it's close though. So I think for somebody that's just starting off, for me, I would go for Gentleman Jack first, followed by the single barrel. And even though I know a lot of people like number 7, maybe it's an age thing, I would place this third for now. So next week I got some miniature crown bottles that I found, so let's see what that does next week. But that's the ending of this review. Gentleman Jack, single barrel second, and then number 7 third. That's where we're going to start, and I'm going to be doing like a Top Gear Grand Tour list. So I have a tower built up so I can kind of just Velcro up and down, and maybe at the ending we can see who's going to be closest to this experience that I got now. But guys, that's the ending of this video. I hope you found it useful. I hope you stay on this journey with me as I figure out what the difference is between all of these whiskeys with a Y or an E without the E, and the bourbon and the rye being at 51% and the scotch being made in Scotland. I hope you guys hang out with me. If you found it useful, share it as much as possible. And as always, guys, I will catch you later.